show that we've just witnessed on day 3 of LFW. I really tell you, 6 Degree Studio never fails to amaze you. That studio really knows how to bring alive every collection, every designer, every presentation is so different and unique. And this one was no different. I mean, you can see it for yourself. The collections and the showstoppers prove it. Firstly, just a shout out on the makeup. It looks beautiful and stunning. So taking this opportunity to talk to our designers that showcased right now, Nikita Mhaisalkar and Neha Agarwal. Lovely, lovely show. Nikita, I want to hear from you. You're always reimagining the way pretwear is supposed to be worn and giving a new definition to it season on season. So I'd love to hear from you about what was so different when you were designing this show.
This season, hi all of you. So this season it all started with the inception of winters, like pronounced winter, we should say, that we have in India. Knit always had been on my mind. I always wanted to work with knits and ribs. Very difficult fabric to handle. Was a little nervous to handle it. But yeah, wanted to make knitwear a little more couture, a little more formal. And that's what we did. We started working with knits and then introduced digital print into it. And then traditional badla tar was the embellishment used. I always like to use my traditional craft in my collection, and that's where the badla tar was used. And yeah, that's how it came up.
So talking about showstoppers, how did the whole conversation with Kalki go, and how did this happen?
I was so clear from day one that my collection, as soon as the first piece was off the production, I was so clear that Kalki is the one. I always wanted somebody very, very strong as an artist, somebody who appreciates art like Kalki does, and also somebody who has a very strong social voice. That was that's what I was looking for in a showstopper. And Kalki was the one.
Absolutely.
So it happened, yeah.
Kalki, we'd love to hear from you. How was it like walking the ramp for Neha, Nikita?
It was a really good walk. My brief was to be bold and unapologetic, which I think I quite enjoy doing. It's a very androgynous kind of collection. Even though it's very beautiful, it's not very feminine, and that's what makes it stand out for me. Winter collection, I think beautiful, beautiful colors. The oranges are amazing, and of course this white is a stunner. And Nikita as a person is somebody who really puts a lot of heart into her work. She came herself to my house to make sure everything was working, and refitting and making sure that I'm comfortable, which I think is such a big part of a designer, that they make it wearable for the person, which is what Pret is all about. So I think she's done a great job.
You look stunning, absolutely stunning. The rebel in you is completely out today. Over to Neha. Neha, I'd love to hear about your collection. Could you let us know what the theme was this time around?
Good evening. The name of the collection is Mithila in Soho. And like to give a little brief about why Mithila in Soho. So the whole collection is inspired by the Madhubani art, which started in the town of Mithila in Bihar. So that's how the whole concept began of Mithila in Soho. And my central idea behind this collection was that how is it that I can take the Indian art and the Indian culture at a global level. Usually we have seen that the Indian art is always presented on Indian silhouettes. And my need was that how is it that I can present it to a woman who can be from India, who can be from Hong Kong, who can be from US, who can be from anywhere, and who can actually wear the Indian art with pride and equally turning heads. So the central idea behind this collection was how is it that I could put the Indian culture in a very modern appeal.
And the collection looks fabulous. I believe even you're sporting something from the collection. It's very, very beautiful. Chitrangada, we've seen you time and time again in Fashion Week. Could you let us know how it was working for Neha this time around, and what's your association been like with Lakme Fashion Week?
Wow, with Lakme Fashion Week, it's been a while. It's always wonderful, and I think you guys are just doing such an amazing job, getting bigger, getting new artists every time, and I think a lot of credit goes to you for the kind of fashion that we have available now. Really, like especially all these airport looks, it's quite amazing. I swear, I think it's just fantastic. You're like, oh, this is really good, and who is this designer? So yeah, you guys give them a platform, which is fantastic. As far as this goes, when I got to know what the collection was about, it's like she said, it's about this very Indian, probably girl in a very modern place like Soho. So the whole idea of, actually what happened was when she came home, she said, you know, the reason why I've done this is because when I saw the IFA red carpet, I saw everybody from India abroad, but nobody wore an Indian outfit. And okay, sorry. Okay, except exceptions.
What I meant was that there are people who own Indian designers, but what it's saying is not looking very Indian. Yeah, Indian Western line is what we were trying to discuss. That how is it that if it's like on the award night, it's always looking Western. Like Indian designers doing very Western looking outfits, or either it comes in a form of a anarkali or a lehenga or something, sari. So how is it that we can present in, like from far you can see and say, oh, this is from India, and yet a very red carpet look. Yeah. So that is what I tried to.
Just to carry that much of India with you. Just to carry that much of Indianness or India with you, so whether it's the motives and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. And then, of course, I saw this and this whole Madhubani thread work in a very strong silhouette. I thought it was a really good idea. Yeah.
You'll both look really stunning. I just want to have a call out to the makeup that we just discussed. Each one is so unique. Could the designers let us know what they were thinking when they're sitting with the makeup team and thinking about ideations?
The way my team goes, yeah, and she's done an amazing job. Thank you. So as per the theme, the inspiration behind the makeup is also very Indian tribal. So like you can see, we have like all the models are also having a lot of neck pieces and the karas and very tribal Indian appeal, meeting a very, very modern sporty silhouettes. So yeah.
I was very clear that I wanted a very clean but a very bold look. My emphasis was from day one on not overdoing anything and being very you, very strong you. So that's the reason I was very clear I want bold eyes, and that's what happened. And rest I wanted to be just nude and just go with it. So that's exactly how it happened. And
no, a shout out to Angelina Joseph who did my makeup, because it looks really simple, but it's really hard to get those straight lines. She's somewhere hiding somewhere, stressing out. It was quite a stress getting this on time for the show, but yeah, really, yeah.
She's absolutely brilliant. The way she quickly did everything and was amazing. Absolutely.
Thank you so much to our designers and our showstoppers. Just a request, could we have a couple of questions from media, please? Okay.
Kalki and Nikita both. How was it, walking the runway? How was the experience like? What do you want to say to that?
Never too prepared, and the fact that there's so much hard work that's gone behind those 10 minutes. I just always feel that I got to do the best I can for that particular outfit for the designer. So yeah, a little bit of butterflies, but I always come back asking, how was it? So I think it went off well. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think similarly, I think you should, you just become grateful that you know how to walk, because suddenly walking seems a challenge because you're in front of all these limelights and you can't get it wrong, and there's music and you have to have a certain rhythm, and you have this beautiful outfit that you have to handle well and do justice to. So yeah, you just like put one foot in front of the other, concentrate.
So does both the looks define your personal style statement as well?
Well, mine is very eclectic. It changes with my mood. So luckily for me, I also, I think, embody different kinds of looks with joy. And I definitely enjoyed this one.
How about you, Jaya?
Well, I don't think I do that much experimentation. I think she's fabulous. She's fantastic. But yeah, this is a lot me. I think there's a lot of Indianness that I carry with me wherever that I wear. So there is always something that comes halfway to me that I can manage, So yeah, for me, something like this really works with how I am.
Thank you so much. Could I request my designers and showstoppers to please come to the front? We'd like to take a couple of pictures and then move on to the one-on-one.